Hello friends, today we will learn the Unreal Engine 5.2 basics of virtual production. In this tutorial, we will create a basic auditorium, apply materials, fill it with furniture, then create the lighting, then we will place the green screen video and do the chroma keying. Then we will create a Niagara VFX fireball and place it into the scene. Then we will use the sequencer to create different shots in different angles. Then we will use the movie render queue to render those shots. Then finally we will use the DaVinci Resolve to create the video. Let us go. We are going to create this exact 53 seconds clip in this Unreal Engine 5.2 virtual production beginners course. This is a 4 hours course and it has 9 chapters. Now let us see the requirements. Anyone who has a very basic knowledge of Unreal Engine 5 can learn a lot from this course. It would be nice you know how to open and create a project in Unreal Engine 5 and open Quixel Bridge from inside Unreal Engine 5. Know the layout of UE5 and how to navigate in the scene of Unreal Engine 5. Basically, even if you would have played with Unreal Engine 5 for 2 to 3 weeks, you would be able to complete this course. In this course, you would learn basics of modeling, applying materials, basics of lighting, basics of virtual production on how to create and insert a green screen into Unreal Engine 5.2. We will see 2 methods in this course, and then you will learn basics of creating a Niagara VFX emitter, how to import FBX meshes into Unreal Engine, composition of shots in general, creating camera shots in Unreal Engine 5.2, learn how to use sequencer in Unreal Engine 5.2, learn how to use movie render queue in Unreal Engine 5.2, and then basics of editing in DaVinci Resolve 18. Where can I get the course files? This course is available in Gumroad, the files. This is the link, and also I have given the link in the description as well. So you would be getting these files, the FBX mesh of roof light, so all the materials, green screen footage, green screen material, and then Niagara VFX fireball, the exact copy of auditorium level, which has been taught in the course with all the sequencer and camera shots, and also movie render queue master config preset file. So all these files you could get from Gumroad. So this is table of contents and with the duration. So friends, let us start the course, and I hope you learn a lot from this course. Please like this video and please consider subscribing this channel for more VFX tutorials and other content. Thank you. Hello friends. So let us start with chapter 1, that is creating the project and downloading the dependent assets. So go for games, name it virtual YouTube tutorial, and then click on third person because we are going to use the mannequin character as a reference, and then click on the starter content and then just create the project. So once this project is loaded, so go to the content and check whether starter content is present and the characters are there. Yes. So now let us go to the file and create a new level and choose basic and then create it, and then save this level as Auditorium 1. Okay, and save it. Now let us import the required projects. Okay, so for this let us go to the epic place. So in the marketplace, search for broadcast studio. So this is the one you need. So please add this to the project. I have all these assets in my library, so I will add from there. I will show how I do that. So this is the one, and please add this also to the project. Search for Necros, and then we need this one, NecrosUtilityMaterials. So add this to the project. So this is the one. So we need to add this as well. Okay, this, and then materials, and then first I select this, then add to, in the same way please add all these projects, the dependent projects. So we have got all the projects downloaded. So let us start with building the auditorium. For this, let us delete this floor and go to the modeling, and then let us put a cube, and then go for 4000, 3000 and 100, and then accept it. And then we have the left and right walls, so go for width is 100 and height is 700, so that means we are going for 7 meters. And then it and then accept it. Okay, so now change the perspective. And then Alt D. And then we have front and back walls. Go for width 4000. And then change the perspective here and then adjust this. And then Alt D. If there are any gaps, please do adjust them. So now let us build the windows. For windows, let us have them into 3 meters height and 3 meters width. Okay, so let us go for that. And then six. Accept this. Now let us go and place this here. And okay, so now let us go to the top view. Two, three. So let us have already 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this is, I think, okay. So now shift, can select these things from here. This is the one, first one, box 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then Alt D. So now select this and select this, and then go to the mesh bowl. So we got a window. Okay, so repeat the process. Shift, mesh bowl. Repeat the same process. Okay, so we got our windows. So then we would create a folder. Name it Auditorium. This is floor, and what is box 3? This is back wall, and box 2 is the front wall. And it is left wall, right wall. Okay, so go to the selection, and then we'll put one of the characters, Schemani here. So now let us do the top. Let us go to the top perspective. Okay. Okay, so this is the our auditorium walls with windows. So now let us put the post process volume. Now we will change the light exposure. Select infinite, extend unbound, select this, and then go to the exposure metering mode and exposure compensation. So let us take this manual, and then put this as 11. So we have light once again. So now here we will place a rectangular light. We will rotate this, and then we will change the intensity. Then we will change the attenuation radius, and then source width. So now we are ready to apply the materials to the floor, to the walls, and to the roof. This is chapter 3, Now let us apply the materials. So first we will apply the material for the floor. Let us go to the broadcast studio and the materials, and then I will place this one. So actually you can keep any material which you like, but I am placing this material. And then for walls, we will give Necros pack. So let us go to the content, Necros materials, and then floor. So let us apply this one. So the tile size is 8. Okay, so first let us apply this. So it's looking like this. So perhaps we may need to change the tiling. Let us put 20. Let us put 40. Let us put 80. Okay, so let us apply this material to all the walls. So for the top roof, so we are applying a twin motion material. Yeah, this is looking fine for me. So with this, we have finished applying the basic materials. Now let us download the mesh for the windows and then place it, resize it, and apply the material for it. So for this, we need to go to the Pixel Bridge. Now search for window, and in the 3D assets, go to 3D assets, and then download this. Okay, so modular interior window wall. I think you can download. I already downloaded this, so I think I have to sign in. So let me complete this process. So I have already downloaded this window, so I will just add this to the project. have to disable this for the time being. Scaling. Now let us apply material to this mesh. Go to the Necros and go to the materials, floor, and then we can try this one. And then we can even change to 5 and 5. So now let us copy this mesh, place this mesh in the other windows. Go to the top. So now copy, select all these things. Alt D, and then rotate them 180 degrees. Select them. Yeah, it's looking good. So if there are any minor changes to the windows, we can do that later if we observe anything. So with this, we have completed building a small auditorium, and then we have placed the materials, and then we have put the mesh for the windows and apply the materials. So in the next chapter, we will place the furniture and we will decorate this auditorium. This is chapter 4, placing the furniture and decorating the auditorium. First of all, before doing that, let us make sure that we cannot change these floor and walls accidentally. So select all of them, transform, and lock actor moment, and also create one folder for these meshes, windows meshes. And then even lock these meshes. So now let us go to the free furniture pack. We have 3 varieties of sofas, and we will put all of them into the auditorium. So let us rotate this 180 degrees and then go to the top view. So now select all these things and make another row. Just make another row. 3 rows are sufficient, or else you can create one more row like this, and then let us put the 2-seater. Rotate this, go to the top view, and then create a single. I think we need to delete one row and use this for this one. Now go to the broadcast studio, go to the meshes, and then so let us increase the scale of this and lock it to 1.5, but if it is required we could reduce it later. And then also scale this to 1.5. Rotate this 90. Place the lamps, decorative lamps. I think we could find this here. Okay. Okay. Can start from here. Go to the top view. Select this, Alt D, let us delete the light on the window. So just let us give like this in the middle of the windows. Okay, so one, two, three, four, five, six, and then Alt D, and then rotate them 180. Okay. So select all these lamps, or else just select one lamp, Alt D, and then rotate it 90 degrees. Select it, one, two, three, can keep it here. 4. Okay. Two, three, 4. One, two, three, 4. I think. So let us make this as 3. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. One, two, 3. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we can select all of them and then just move. I think it's okay. I think now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4. I think that's okay. I think what happens if you change? That's I think that's okay. So now let us select these once again. Let us select all these and then Alt D and then rotate them 180 degrees. Select and then yeah. Okay, I think it's fine. I think yeah. So now let us place some plants here. Let us search for them. We can place here. I think we'll place one plant between these things. Windows. Alt D. So this window has got some space, so we need to adjust that. Let us do it. And then So go to the top view, select the plants, and then Alt D, and then select one, Alt D, and Alt, we can place here, and then I think Alt D. Okay, so we have placed the furniture, and we have created a small stage, and we have placed the lamps, and we have placed some plants. So in the next chapter we will see the lighting. We are starting with the chapter 5, lighting. So from here onwards it would be a little bit challenging. So we will be dealing with materials, we will be creating materials and changing the lighting and all those things. So let us check them. Initially we will import a mesh which I have done in Blender, that is the roof light mesh. That's a very simple and basic mesh. So let us import the FBX into the Unreal Engine. So let us create a folder, and then import, create new materials, and yeah. So let us do the import. That's okay. Okay, so this is the mesh. So we will check this in a moment. So now let us create a very simple emissive material. Create a folder, and then materials, material emissive 1. On this surface opaque, and now let us get the constant 3 vector. Choose a light blue. This okay, and now M and hold, we have a multiply, and just put this one, and then have a constant here. Okay, so now make this value as 5. Okay, so and then this goes to the emissive color, and this goes to the base color. So we need here we need to increase this color and then make it blue, light blue, whatever the color. Blue, and then we apply it and then save and close this. Okay, so we make a copy of this material, emissive 2, and make this a pure white. So apply, save and close this. So now let us go back to the Blender FBX, this roof light. So let us keep this here. Let us go to the details and then let us change this to 0.3. Okay, that should be okay, or else like if you want me to 0.4. Okay, something like that. If it is too big, let us go for 0.3. Now let us apply the material. So here for this we will apply the metal, and for this for the glass we will apply the emissive material, and for the top green one we will apply some kind of, once again, metal aluminum like that. So let us go to that. See here, element 0, go for twin motion metal. Okay, so go to Twinmotion Materials and yeah, this is the one, I think. Yeah, this is the one. Panel. So let us put this into the element 0. Sorry. Element 1. Okay. And then we will see the aluminum. We can have even this as well, no problem. So not here, once again, sorry. So element 2 and element 3. Okay, so now for this we will apply the emissive materials. It is, we will apply the white and then just change this to 1. So now let us keep this. Okay, this is the line. I think we need to adjust this distance from the top. So let us go there. So before manipulating this, let us put all these furniture into the folders. So create a folder, desk, this, and then plants, create a folder, plants, and then everything, and then this is a stage. We could also keep this in the desk, no problem. And then lamps, okay, and then sofas. Okay, so this is one, right, and then Alt D, Alt D, okay, and then Alt D. If it is required, we could place more lights, it's not a problem. So the time being we'll keep these lights, these meshes, roof light meshes. Now think we may need, okay, okay, so now let us take the rectangular lights and place them into these meshes. Go to the one, lights and rectangular lights. Okay, so we need to rotate this probably 90 degrees, and now go to the details and then give the intensity as a 50 wide, attenuation radius will make this 900, and source width we go for 400 and 400. I think it's correct only. We check here, yeah, 400 400 and 88 20. I think this is fine, I think. to the light. If you want to decrease a little bit, you can reduce this height. I think okay. Now let us copy this into the other meshes. So Alt D. Okay. And we could do this from the top view. Okay. Alt D, Alt D, Alt D, Alt D, and Alt D. Okay. We have got this, and let us place this into a folder. Okay, and then first of all let us parent these lights to the meshes. So roof light 2 is this one, and this one. Okay, so let us keep them into the folder roof lights. Okay. Okay. And move to, okay, we created two. Okay, so roof lights, and then what is this one? F2 stage roof light stage. Now delete this light. So this is how it's looking now, and then we could increase the intensity as we like it. We could keep it 50 or intensity as 100, depending on our requirements and all those things. Go to here and then go to details. Here in the emissive, let us apply the blue one, and let us change the value to 1. Apply and save and close this, and then take this here, and then go to the light. Okay, so now let us go to the details, change the attenuation radius to 600 and what is the width and height 400 is fine. This is something like we're making this 0 and making this 200. Okay, and then make this as 200 and make the color a little bit dark blue. So what we have done is we have taken a mesh, light mesh, and then we have applied the materials in Unreal, and then we have placed them into the our auditorium, and then we have placed the rectangular lights, and then what we have done is we have removed one big rectangular light we have placed in the very beginning. So we have removed that and we have taken only these lights, okay, these rectangular lights. So if you feel that it's too dark, we can just increase the intensity of these things. Let's take this detail and make them 100 and you have better lighting. Okay, so now we go to the front and we check this means okay, so we could close all these lights as we right, so we can see from here, right, see this light, it is like this, so we could switch it off, switch on, switch off. Okay, and then this is the light here, light 5. Okay, so you could see the illusion on the sofas. It's switch off, nothing is there, it's dark. So this is the one light. Okay, so this is another lights. Probably I think we may need to increase the attenuation to 700, okay, or even 750. 800 is okay. So now we can see some lighting, so go to here and then okay, switch off, the lighting is coming, switch off, switch on, light is there, switch off, light is on. Okay, so and then if we go to the back and we switch off all the lights, we can see only the stage light. We see only the stage light, and then here we could increase even the intensity of this, okay, as much as we want. And if we apply bloom and all those things and volumetric fog, so the impact is more, and I will show those things in a moment. So let us revert back to 200. So now switch on all the lights. Now I will make this level a copy, exact copy of this level, and show you the different bloom settings, volumetric fog, and shaft settings. So let us create a level, new level, and 3, this is fine. Okay, and just open this, and now let us select these lights, and I think that's okay. Let us see what happens. So now Control L. Okay, so and then make the shadows prominent. Now go to the lighting and select the exponential height fog. We could increase a little bit, and then go to the volumetric fog and click. Now let us switch off all the lights. Switch off, switch off, switch off. Okay, so go to the lighting, exponential height fog, and then here go to the fog density and see the difference. For these emissions, so let us make them 0. Materials, emissive, 0, and save. See this, right? So the secondary fog data, so we have increased this, so you can see this here, right, more prominent. And go to the post process volume and go to the bloom, and let us increase this, and then you can see this more prominently. Okay, you can see these more prominently. Okay, so we could play with these settings to get better impact. Go to the exponential height fog. Okay, so you can see more prominently, and then it's even more visible, right? So right from right right the light is more clearly visible. Even from far away, it's clearly visible. So now let us see how we can get the sun rays. Even they are visible right now. The light, just switch off this light so you can see the fog, right? So from here, Okay, like this. If you see, you can see the rays. If you want to see it more prominently, direction light, go to details, click on light shaft bloom. So immediately you see this. Go to the direction light and then apply the light shaft bloom. Okay, so immediately you see the bloom, god rays. You see this, right? So it is prominently visible, and if you want to increase this, if you remove this, it will go off. Okay, if you uncheck this, so now if we increase the scale, right, see this, like this, so it's even like visible to us. Okay, see this, like this, but these are not, this much intense bloom is not required unless the scene requires it. Okay, like this. So this is the race. Okay, and I'm going to change this to the default one. Okay, if we go to the exponential height fog, and if we remove the fog, volumetric fog, that will go off. Okay, so we will have only these data which we have done. Fog density we will have, that volumetric fog will go off. So this is how we can manipulate the bloom, the god rays, and the fog density. Now let us switch on all the things. But this much of fog density is not required. I am not going to use this one. The secondary fog data, we are going to decrease this and all those things. Okay, so now this is about the lighting. So but we are not going to use this volumetric fogs and these blooms in this particular scene because it's not required. We might use a little bit, but it's not required. So in the next chapter we will see the actual green screen footage, and we will use two methods to place them into the scene. One is the latest one, 5.1, where we put the EXR and do the manipulation, and then one is the old one where we have to create a material. I will show both the methods in the next chapter. This is chapter 6, green screen video footage manipulation. So I will quickly show you how I did in DaVinci Resolve. So this is the process. We will have the green screen footage. We will edit the footage in the beginning and end for any pauses, something like that, and then we will render it into a MOV file or MP4 file, preferably MOV file. So now that MOV file we will take it, and then for method 1 we will do a chroma key. So you could use any methodology in DaVinci Resolve. Like I have the magic mask, I have the licensed version DaVinci Resolve, so I could use magic mask and I used that, and then we will remove the green screen. That means we will have the transparent background. So then we will render it with extract EXR with alpha. So that is the method 1. And also from this rendered edited footage, we will extract the audio. Okay, so in the for method 2, what we do is we won't do any chroma keying. We will just extract EXR or PNG. So that means the move file, the video file, would be extracted into a sequence of images, and then this sequence of images, it will have the green screen, and that green screen would be removed. That chroma keying will happen inside Unreal Engine 5 or 5, in this case 5.2, and we will use a material to remove that green screen. Okay, so I will show you this process in DaVinci. So this is the footage. Okay, so now this is the original footage. From this footage I have edited it. I have removed the beginning and the ending parts, and then this is the one I have rendered it. So this file, what we have to do is we have to extract this audio. I have already extracted it, not from the original. We should always edit it. So this is the final. So this footage we will use for both method 1 and method 2. So we have to use only this audio. So extract this audio. So now the next step is, so we will take this footage, go to this one, and then this I have already done the alpha, that should be fine. And then we will export this thing, this video with EXR. We can do EXR, RGB half. I am doing half. Okay, because if you do no compression, the file sizes would be huge. So I am going with this one, and then 1440. I did a 1:1 video scale. I have not done 16:9. I have just done 1:1. Okay, so frame rate is 30 seconds, and then we will do the. So if you see here, this is the one, and then this is the alpha method 1. Okay, this is the one. So this is for method 2. Okay, so this is how we have extracted the EXR images. We go here. So if you do this one, this is the one. These are the images we have extracted. Okay, this will have the green screen. So now let us see the process for the alpha, and then take this one into this, and then create the timeline. Use the project settings, that's okay, and this is the timeline, and go to the fusion and shift space and magic mask. So we are adding this magic mask. Please remember that this is a licensed version. Okay, this is not a free version. Okay, in magic mask is not available in free version. Left view, have to do like this, and we have to do like this, and then I use better. So it will take time, probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the speed of our system. I have already done this process, so I am not going to do once again. So sometimes here hands and all it will gray, something like that. Sometimes here in the ears something will cut off and we have to do it again. Okay, so this is the process. So once we got this one, once we have done this one, so we have to go here and then we will do the same export video RGB half compression and the custom 1440, and then we have to click the export alpha and then we have to export this. So this is the process. So once we have done this process, then we have got two types of images, one with EXR images with green screen intact, and the second one is without any green screen, without any background, with alpha. So we got two types of images. So now let us go to the Unreal Engine. So now let us see the method one of how to do the green screen. For this we need the plugins. So let us check this. Media plate. Yes, we need this one. Image sequence media player, and this also we need this one. Okay, so we need these two plugins. So if you in your system, if they are not enabled for your project, so you have to enable them and restart the Unreal Engine. So now let us create a folder. So now let us create an image media source. Name this underscore method one and open this, and then this is we need the alpha. So let us take this and choose 30 frames per second and then open. So we have our video, and now go here and then place this and rotate this 90. Okay, and then okay, now do not do any kind of manipulation in the viewport, something like which we could do with older method. We have to do everything in sequencer. So create a new sequencer, green underscore method one level sequence. Okay, save this, and now just close this, and then this is the media plate. So drag this, yes, and we have the video. You can even drag this a little bit up, and then press G to remove those icons. Usually the footage looks a little bit overexposed. So what we have to do is for this we have to select this and go to details, and then click on this. Okay, so and then choose this one. Okay, and then select these things and then reduce the contrast exposure, sorry. So this is what it is, and it looks okay. And if we play this, and we can even increase the size a little bit uniformly. Okay, and then we could play. So now this is how it is looking. So now we could just increase the timeline, this 100 frames, and then take this till 1577 frames. So exactly it has to match. Okay, so this is the process for method 1. Okay, so we could play with other contrast, and contrast it's like actually it's not looking nice, or we can even like try different things, but hue actually changes the color. It gives us a completely different color, different, so not of great use to us. See, the colors are changing, shirt colors are changing. So this is the hue, and we have got our the original color. So now these are the settings for method 1. Now let us see how we could do this for method 2. So method 2 is a little bit of a lengthy process. Let us see that. Create a folder. What we will do is we will create once again a media source, image media source, new image. It is method 2 underscore green. Now go to this and select the method 2 one. So this has the green screen, the green color. Open. Yes, we have the. Okay, so now what we have to do is go to media and create a media player. It asks for video output, media, texture asset, and then method 2 green and go here, and method 2, this is the one. Okay, and then put it in loop and then save it. So now what we have to do is create a material. Now create a material, method 2. So it will come like this. So that means that everything is working fine. So when we open this material, so we should have the video playing, that sequence of images playing. So otherwise something has gone wrong and we have to cross verify it. Okay. So now what we have to do is surface masked and unlit, and then EMF underscore chroma here, just place this here, and then what we have to do is we have to create even the multiplier. Okay, so one will go here, and we have to create a constant and make it 0.1, and this goes to the emissive, and one comes here, and then opacity goes to the opacity mask. So now apply and save this. Now this is the material, and now create a material instance for this. What we could do is we could create a plane, and rotate this 90 degrees, lift this, and also make this as go to the detail, details, and make this also 1.5 scale. Let's make 1.5. This is the material instance, and open it. This is the one. I have already stored the values, so let us apply them. Okay, so I have already played and just stored the values. And the Luma mask, here it is 0.024. Now crop right and crop left. Right is this one and left is this one. Okay, so now this has done it. We are having some pixels somewhere here, but that's okay. So now this is the process. For each video the process would be different, because the green color would be different and the lighting is different. In fact, in this video the lighting is not perfect. It's okay, but it's not perfect. So that's why, like, we had to do a little bit of manipulations and all this. Now material instance, now this is the one. Okay, so now this is looking a little bit bright. Let us see here. Okay, so now it is 0.1. So if you put like 1, so it will be too bright. Okay, just see here. See, it is overexposed. Now it was 0.1, so we will let us make it 0.05. I think this should be okay. Apply. So this, we can increase the brightness as we want. If it is a little bit dark, means we could increase this 0.07, something like that. Now if we go to the level sequence and then play this also, so now go to 26th. 26 means almost like hands. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, pause this and then go to this guy. Okay, so now if we compare this, it's up to the individual preferences, which is clearer, and we could check the hands. Clear, the image is clear, both are clear, but this is look, for me this is looking little bit clear. Okay, so might be because we need to change the exposure and all those things. I think might be for this one. The shut is, I don't see any differences. Viewport, I am using scalability high. I am not using cinematic because if I use cinematic it will slow down a lot actually. So because I am already recording this video, so I am using only high. So I think this clarity is good. But I am going to use only this one. Okay, so method 2 only. So the reason is because I will place the video and then I will do the camera shots and all those things. For that I think if we could have the it's the video playing in the viewport, it would be nice. So we could do this with the sequencer also, but I feel more comfortable with the method 2. So I will use that method 2, the video footage with the method 2. So this completes the green screen footage. So from next chapter we will see the how to create a very basic Niagara VFX fireball, spear ball for fireball, whatever it is, and then we will place it into the scene. This is chapter 7. Let us create the Niagara fireball. Let us create a folder. And then create a Niagara system, and then select simple sprite burst. So this is the VFX system for Unreal Engine. So this has been introduced from 5, and for before versions there were some legacy systems. So we can do many things. VFX particles, we can create the meshes, we can create the ribbons and all those things. In this we will create a very simple fireball, which if we change the direction, if we change the location, it will rotate in the form of a torus. And then finish. New system fireball. Okay, so and then open this. So now on the left side we will see the preview of this. So this is the system and these are the emitters. And emitters, we can have multiple emitters. So for example, if I create a control D, okay, so once again here, see this, it has come. Okay, so like this we can have as many emitters, and we can, in one emitter we can create a fireball, and one emitter we can create a beam, like that. So it's up to the requirement of that particular VFX shot. So now I will delete this, sorry, and then I will name this also as fireball. So now if you have a GPU, we could use the GPU fixed, and then emitter state is, we will make this infinite, and 2 is okay for now. Spawn burst instantaneous, we do not need this, and I think we need spawn rate. We will make this 50,000. So the next one we will change this to shape location. Inside the particle spawn, we'll change it as shape location. How this works is, we will stop this because it's glowing too much. Okay, so what happens is that this emitter is resolved from top to bottom. Okay, it will come like this, one by one, one by one, one by one, and these are the modules. Okay, emitter update, particle spawn, particle update, and this is the renderer. So these are the things. Okay, and inside this shape location, these are also like modules. Okay, so we can add these things. Okay, like shape location. For this we can add some forces, acceleration, force. So these are all the modules, curl noise, force, and all those things. So now let us see this infinite, and this okay. Spawn rate is 50,000 is okay. Initialize particle, we could say random 1.42, we could say 0.75. Okay, and then this size 50 is too big. Let us make this 0.4 is sufficient, 3 or 4. Okay, so now if we do this, it's very, yeah, this is the one. Okay, it's like this. So and then sphere, we will change this to torus. Okay, and then we change this to 20 and 5. as a rotation, yaw pitch roll. Okay, so inside this we will make this as a vector. So once this is there, for x we will keep it 0. For y, let us make this as multiply float, and then for a we'll do the emitter edge. Now what we're going to do is we will change this sprite render. For this, what we do is we create a new emissive material. Let us go here and then have the materials and just copy here, copy this and open this. Okay, so now let us make this as 5, and we have the fire hex code. Okay, so let us take this and let us take what we get. Yeah, we get this one. Okay, so it's up to you, 5, 10, and if we go to the thing, and what is the name of this? Okay, this is 2 underscore. Okay, so just apply and save and close this and just name this emissive underscore 5. Okay, and go here and go to this render, sprite render. So we are using right now the default sprite material, so we need to change this to emissive 5. So this is how it's looking. So it's looking fine, good. So now let us save this and go to the content, go to Niagara, and then let us place this here. Okay, so I kept it somewhere far away. This is yeah, so this is okay. We'll adjust the height when we compose the shots. So this is looking fine. So now I will just show you how this behaves. So let us check how it is behaving, whether it's the behavior what we want. Okay, so now let me create a level sequence. Fireball sequence. Okay, and save this, and then create a camera. Place this here, and then okay, so now where is this fireball? Okay, so now we have to transform this. Okay, the location, and then make it a keyframe, go to the end, and then okay, so and then transform this and camera transform now back. Now this is the shot, so go for the transform location and then go to the 150. This is just a sample shot, we are just verifying it. And then okay, and then transform. Okay, so now come back here and then yeah, this is the behavior what we want. So we want that to rotate like that. Okay, so and we could even change a little bit lighting, roof lights, and, stop this. Okay, rectangle light, there is this one. Okay, and then just change, it's too much, just change to 100 and okay, and what about this one? Okay, let us make this 200 for now. And then okay, so now okay, so this is exactly the behavior what we want. So this is looking fine. So now if we check our scene, we have done all the requirements. Okay, so we wanted an auditorium and we wanted furniture and we wanted the green screen video footage and then we wanted a Niagara fireball. So we have done all those things. So now what we will do is in the next chapter we will compose the camera shot. So first I will just tell you what are the camera shots we are going to compose, and then first we will compose a static camera shot, and then we will compose the other shot. So that those things we will do in the next chapter. This is chapter 8, sequencer and shot compositions. So I will briefly explain the shot and the camera positions and all those things and how the fireball moves inside the scene, and then we will compose all these shots in the sequencer and we will render those shots. So how the fireball travels in the sense, it starts from here, this is the stage, and this is here the fireball stays, and then it travels like this. Okay, and it changes, it travels to the stage here, and the character waves his hand a little bit, and then it touches it, and then it moves to this part, and then it comes to this part and halts. Okay, so this entire process will happen in that 1577 frames. That's the length of our video of the sequence of images we have. So it travels from here to here to here and to here in those 1577 frames. So in this we will compose 6 shots. The first one is a static shot. Okay, so the camera will stay here only, So we cannot see any of the fireball movement and all. We could see only the character on the stage. Okay, and then only we will be able to see this fireball when the character touches it. So and then it moves. So this is the first one, static shot. Okay, the second one would be back to front. From the back of the auditorium, the camera moves in this position. Okay, actually from the middle, it moves like this, and then yeah, and then the fireball, the position won't change in any of these shots. The fireball will travel only in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. In all the shots, we are going to create 6 shots. With different angles and different movements and all. For every shot, the fireball moves only in the predetermined shot, which we do in the static shot. We will do this first. Initially it moves like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and for all the shots it remains the same. The fireball movement and location will remain the same in all the shots. Okay, so for the second shot, this is the camera shot, this is a thing back to front. The camera moves from back to front, from here, the middle. And for the third one, we will use the Unreal Engine camera rail. Okay, so the camera moves from here to here like this. Okay, the camera moves from the middle of the auditorium. We'll give the camera rail and then it will move like this. First shot is static, second shot is back to front, third shot is camera rail. Now the fourth shot is high angle. High angle in the sense, in the auditorium we will keep in the top. From here left it moves like this. It moves in one direction, and for this also the frames are same, 1577. Okay, for all the shots we are going to create 6 shots. The fireball moves in the same direction and the frames is going to be 1577 because that is the length of our video. So this is the fourth one, high angle right to left. So the next fifth one is top angle. Okay, from once the fireball reaches here, the camera will focus from the top to low angle. Okay, so we will place on top of the fireball and then the camera follows that fireball till here, something like from here to here. Okay, so this is the fifth shot, and the sixth shot is fireball parallel. Okay, so once this fireball comes here, we will place the camera here and then camera moves like this, fireball moves like this, so both will intersect. That's the only thing. That's 3-4 seconds we need. So the camera moves like this, the fireball moves like this, so both will intersect. So that's it. So these are the 6 camera shots we are going to create. Okay, so it's if you want to create any other angles or any shots, it's up to your own imagination. So we could even create one camera and just follow this fireball from here to here and all those things. So it's up to you. Okay, so in this course I am creating 6 camera shots with these angles. So now let us go to the Unreal Engine and create these shots. So we are in Unreal Engine. So before starting with sequencer, I would like to do couple of changes. I will show you what are those. Let us go to here. Okay, so I will remove this character. Okay, so it's not required, and we are not going to render the character in the scene. Okay, so let us delete the character. Okay, so now if we see here, these are the shadows, sunrise, and this is the frame of the mesh, window mesh. So but this shadow is not required, giving us the shadow, the mesh is giving us. So let us see. This is the roof light 2. Go to details and then lighting, cast shadow. Okay, so let us remove this and see whether it works. Yes, okay, it's working. So okay, so the shadow is gone. Okay, so we have to remove these shadows, cast shadow. We have to unmark it for all the meshes. So let us do that. Okay. So cast shadow is removed. Okay, so this is one change, and the other change is even this color is also good. It's very good. It's up to your own preference. You can use any color. So I would like to use a different material. I think that would be a little bit bright. Okay, so it has a little bit shining. So let us see how it looks. This is modern cupboard material. So let us see. So this is looking little better for me. Okay, so come here and apply this one, and here the lighting we will change this because it's a little bit dark, but we can apply this. So these are the changes. Basically you can use any material which we like it, so there is no hard and fast rule for that. So this is looking a little bit bright and it has a little bit of shining, so let us use this material for all our shots. Now let us see the lighting. Okay, so I have changed a little bit of lighting, so I will just tell you what are those things. These are the ones which are in the last row. So if you go to the lights and details, I made the intensity as 100 and I have given the attenuation radius. Previously it was 900,000. I have made it 1500. Okay, so to give a little bit more brightness, and I have done this for all these rows, all these lights, and then for these lights it was something 300. The intensity I changed it to 100, and these front row it was 100 and I kept it the same. Okay, so now we will change this position of lights, so that little bit of here still it is, if you see from here, still little bit dark. Okay, so we will see how to rectify that. Okay, so now let us go to the top view. Select this outliner, go to this here, select all these things. So just move this to this. That's it. Okay, so now let us see. Okay, so we have light now. Little bit of lighting is there. So we see from here we have the light. Okay, so from anyway from this angle we will never show the camera. Okay, so the camera will come from that angle only. 1 2 3 shots, and another angle is it will go like this. It will go like this, and yeah, so for now this is sufficient, I think. Yeah, so if anything is required, once we compose static shot and then one back to front shot, then we will know we need to increase the lighting. Perhaps here we have to increase some lighting, so that we could do that. So yeah, so now let us go to the sequencer shots. I have changed a little bit of lighting for the front row. So I have converted this to 200 and this also to 200, and I have added one more light on the front because if we remove this, so it is a little bit dark. So now it is good, the lighting is good. Okay, so these are the things I have added. So now let us go to the sequencer. Okay, so add level sequence. So for these we follow a very clear cut naming convention. So this is going to be shot 1 underscore static underscore sequence. Shot 1 static underscore sequence. Save it and then create a folder. Shot 1 underscore static. Copy this and then create a cine camera and then copy this also here. Okay, and then this is f2 shot 1 underscore static underscore camera. So yeah, so we can keep this camera here and then so now this is 3.5. okay, so we could change the lens focal length and then actually you see here we are piloting the camera. Okay, so I think this is okay. I think because it's a static shot, I think this is okay. Okay, now let us place the fireball and then track. We go to the green method 2. We need to track the image media source. Media track. Then media source and then so we have our character. Okay, so now a little bit and so he's saying something. Okay, so now this is how it is. We can change the lighting little bit. We will change this later. So now let us, this is the fireball. The fireball goes from here to here. So before that let us change the frames. Okay, so 1000 and grab this here. Let's check it. Okay, so it has to be I'm just expanding the timeline and shrinking it once again. Okay, nothing else. I'm not doing anything else. Okay, so now this is the fireball. Initially we have to do with trial and error only. I will show you when this character moves the hand. Before that, just expand this till 1577. If we play this, somewhere it comes 870, I think. The character is waving his hand. Starts at somewhere 870 and it touches in somewhere 930 frames. So that is the static. Okay, fireball will remain, will come here and it remains for a second or two, and then this guy waves his hands and it just moves like this. Okay, so these are all short composition I am telling you. Okay, so now let us go here and just the camera will remain here only like this, and then we'll come out of this and go to the fireball. So now add the transform for the fireball. So the fireball movement would be like this. Okay, so if you see here, y-axis. So this is the y-axis. So now it travels for 500 frames, it travels on y-axis. For 300 frames, it travels on x-axis. Static 800 to 930. So from 930 the transition starts. It starts once again. So x-axis it travels 270, and then y-axis it travels 377. So that is the movement. Okay, so now let us go to the location and then let us and why it moves, yeah, okay, and then create a transform keys, and then we thought of till 500, right? So go to 500 frame, okay, and then this guy, this we have to change this. I have to see from other angle, and that even z axis will change. We could even do this part first actually. So okay, so we will know the z here. It's for the time being, remove this delete keys. So I have decided the z-axis, okay, the height and also. Let us see how it's looking. And this guy is throwing his hand somewhere. Okay, so that is this position we have to copy. So I have already copied this. This is the position, this is the initial position. So what we will do is, we'll take the fireball back to that position. This we could make 300. Okay. So now this is the fireball. Okay. So now we will add the transform. Okay, so this is the starting location of the fireball here. So sorry, this is not the keyframe. Delete it and just move the cursor to front and then create the keys. And then here, if you see here, this is the y-axis is it should travel 500, x-axis it will travel 300, and then by 800 frames it will reach this position. Okay, and that character moves his hands, and then fireball moves to opposite x-axis, and then it travels on y-axis. Okay, so let us see. Now go to 500 frame. And then I think we have to move like this, and probably this should be the y-axis 1672, right? 1672. It is 1672. So, and then it is 300 frames. 300 frames it should travel on the x-axis. Okay, now let us take this to 800. And then move the x-axis. Yeah, so x, it should come somewhere. This is the one. Okay, it should come here. Okay, so now this is the one, and from here till 9:30 there is no change. From 9:30 270. That means till 1200 it should reach that corner. It should go somewhere here. So let us take the somewhere 1200, okay, and then move it on the x-axis. I think that is I think it is yeah, I think this is fine, I think. Okay, and so now save this piece, okay, and now go to the last frame, 1577. Now this fireball moves in this direction, and I think this is the one, and it's up to us. It can travel like how far it's travel, I think it is y-axis, right? So yeah, that's enough, I think. Yeah, it will travel a little bit faster because here there are more frames, here less frames, but that's okay, I think. Let us see how it comes. Okay. So now see this is the fireball. Now let us play and see. Okay. It will remain there for just 1 or 2 seconds. That guy will throw the hand, and then it travels into that side, and then it travels like this. Okay. Okay, so this is the shot. So now let us save. Okay, so it's saying okay. So now let us go here to the front, and then so as this is a static shot, okay, so it will be close shot, it will, and then this is the camera, and then current focal length is 25, 30 is too close, I think 25 is okay. This shot, and then there is no transform for the camera, it is static. So now we will see from here the camera how it's taking one time. and we could change the lighting a little bit into the top of this, and let us make this 100. I think, yeah, this is a little bit okay. Now let us render this shot. Okay, so we will use movie render queue. If we have this, so we need to uh, take the plugin, we go to the plugins and then movie render queue. Okay, so we need to restart it, so we will come back once it restarts. Now let us use the movie render queue. Open it. So we will have a screen like this, so but I have a preset saved, so I will use that. Movie render queue master config, and yes, and then I am saving it as a PNG is fine, and a deferred render queue, anti-aliasing, I am putting the spatial sample count as 1, temporal as 16, and then there are some console variables are there, and then output. So we are going to save this into this one, so I'm going to name these shots like this only, shot 1 static underscore render 1, and then the sequence also I will name like this only, shot 1 underscore static underscore render 1. And then make this a 4K 38402160, and then in the level sequence the frames per second is 30, and the camera, the video we have recorded, the green screen footage is also 30 frames per second, so we need to use 30 frames per second. Okay, and yeah, this is PNG, and yeah, that's it. So now even the full HD would come good, so you could go for the 1920 1080. So now we will render this shot and we will see how it has come. So let us start and render local. So this is the shot, so we will come back once the render is completed. So we have completed the rendering. So let us start with shot 2. Let us create a folder. Add level sequence. Save this and then add a camera. So camera we will add okay, so this is the one, and then place this into the folder and rename it. Okay, so bring it here. 25 and make this 25. Okay, so if 25 is more, we can reduce this to 20 or yeah. So let us place the fireball. Okay, and then go to the static one, and then go to the fireball, transform, copy, go to the sequencer, and then paste it. Okay, so that's it. I think we need to increase the frames. Go this, and then okay, 1577. So now let us add the media track. Source is method 2, and then the texture is and then increase it to this, and then just check this, it's going on. So it's moving and the character is talking. Okay, so now go back, and then we need to change the camera. Here we could go to here, camera component, details, and then we could use the camera focus, focus settings. So actor to track, actor to track is plane. Now let us transform. So create the keyframes. Okay, so now let us change the camera position. So you see here, this is Y axis. Okay, so go to here, and then take this to the end, and then change the camera movement to this is fine, I think. Yeah, and place the keys and go back and just check this. Okay, so this is looking fine. So you could do the render the same way I showed you in for a short one. So now let us go to the short 3. So now let us do the short 3. Create the folder. Close this sequencer. First we will keep the rail and the camera, and then we will go to sequencer. Okay. Now go to cinematic, rail, and then G. Okay, so it's visible. Should come like this. Yeah, so and it will come like this camera, so we should rotate this 180 degrees. Okay, W, and then place here. It's up to your preference, the length of the rail. Okay, so from here it can go till here. So now to extend this, click on this white one and click on Alt. So this is how we could extend this. Okay, so just extend till here. I think that is enough. I think that is enough. I think. And then let us create okay, so now click on this white one, control, okay, and then pull it back. Okay, and I think that is sufficient. I think, yeah, this curve is sufficient, and then is it in the middle or because this is a 2D plane, we cannot move so fast and so close. Okay, so the visuals won't be good actually. So now let us add the camera. And then grail again. This is the 3. Go to here. Shot 3. Regrail. And then shot 3 rail camera. Okay, so now go to the this one and then as this parent. Okay, so now the camera is the child of this rig rail. Okay, so and then go to this camera, go to details and then make this 0 0 and 30. So exactly the camera is here. So now we can go to the sequence. So we could keep the fireball and then copy the frames, and first of all we have to increase this to 1577. And then go to static one and copy this transform, fireball transform, go to here and then paste. So we got the keyframes. Okay, so now let us do the media track and then media source and then properties media 2. Now let us place the camera. And also place the rail controls transform component. No, not this is the one. Delete. Okay, so this is the one current position on rail. And then what we could do is we would change these things 3.5 and we could change this to 25. Okay, so track tracking is plain, and we have to see this. If the curve is too harsh, we have to take it back, or else like we won't show these things. We will show in the only in the middle part. Okay. And if it is too close, this is too close, we have to define. Take this from this, and then make this 1.0. Okay, so now let us play and see how it is. Okay, so from here it's looking okay from this part. Okay, so we will use only these parts. If we check it, the problem is if we go to the shot 3 camera, go to detail. So the only thing is we have to do this tick mark, enable look at tracking. That's the only thing which we missed, and now it's working. And also I have reduced the curvature, this curvature. So, and I have increased this length to focal length to 35. Okay, so if we see here, and still in the this part and that part, this a little bit weird look will be there, but we are not going to use those parts. So if you see this, so it's like this. Use the camera. Yeah. So yeah, so we are going to use only these parts, I think in the mid part. Okay, so till here from okay, so that's it. So till in the middle part we will use this shot. Okay, we can do more, like we can pull it somewhat back and all, but that is not required actually for this case. Okay, so this is enough. So now we will render this. So I have already showed this in the shot 1. So let us go to the uh, shot 4. Save all, close the sequencer, and then go to create a new folder, shot 4, shot 4 long, and then create a level sequence. Okay, so now let us create the camera and then create a camera. Go to here. From here, this is the one. From here it travels to here, and then this would be the place of the camera and also the angle. So place the camera here, and then so let us place the camera, and let us place the fireball, and then take the transformation, paste this, and then we have to increase the frames. Okay, so let us change this to 3.5, and let us check 25, and then go to the camera. And then let us go for 25 only. Okay. And then let us create the transformation. It would be X. Okay, so I think that is good, I think. And then create the transformation keys. Go here and run it. Okay, we have not put the image source. Okay, so place that as well. And Okay, so this is looking good. Let us save all and then close this sequence, and then let us go to the fifth shot. Shot 5, top, and then create the level sequence. Shot 5, top, go to here. So now this would be the shot. So now let us place the camera here. Okay, so and then shot 5, top camera. This shot actually we will do only from 1200. Actually we could render complete shot actually, so that would help us in editing, or we could render only the last 300 400 frames, this is all right. From here to 1200 to 5077 also we could render. Okay, it's the same case with the next shot as well, next shot 6 also. Now let us place this camera. In this shot we are not going to show the character, the green screen footage. Okay, so now this is the camera. Place the fireball, take the transformation, paste, and increase the frames. Okay, and then place the media track, so even though we are not tracking that, so I prefer to place this media source. Okay, so now we got the transforms. Go to camera, this is 3.5 and then make this 25, and then like this, and then we will adjust let's create the frames. Keyframes. Okay, so and now go to this. Okay, so this is the point. So from now onwards, how this ball goes like this, okay, and the camera also follows it. Okay, so it was going far away. Okay, let us remove this. Okay, just see where it has gone, how far it has gone. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so now so this is then take this. We could go only on the x-axis. We'll check it how it goes. No, not the x. Okay, it's the y-axis. Okay, so now we are touching the lights. Okay, so Z should be at a 741. Okay, and then I have also changed the camera position to Y to like this. Okay, we have to just follow, we have to change the Y position, that's it. So now if we see this, nothing happens till 1200 frame. The fireball will come here. And then the camera follows it. So this is a shot 5. So now let us go for shot 6. Then take this, save all, go for new folder, shot 6 parallel. Create a sequence. Shot 6 parallel. Now go to here, go to here. We have to add the camera from here. Probably we will change the position later. This would be the camera position. So add a cine camera actor, place this into shot 6 and this level sequence. Okay, now add the camera, add the fireball, copy the transform, okay. Now change the frames. Now extend this, add the media track, media source, and then the texture. Now let us bring the firewall to here, to the end. Okay, so this is the position of the camera. Now here we need to change the name, shot 6 parallel camera. Okay, so then 3.5 and then 25. Okay, so when we do like this, it's going. Okay, so now drag it back and then just check it once again where the. Okay, so that's okay. We'll see. Transform, insert the keys, and then nothing happens till 1200. Okay, so transform the keys and then come to here, last frame, 77, and then this location, it just goes forward. Why? It is, yeah, that is correct only. Yeah, and okay, I think this is enough. I think and we have the keyframes. Yeah. I think somewhere in 1200 we missed the frames. I think, yeah. So I think I only changed this. Okay, so that's okay. Let us check now. should not no. Okay, so now go to and that's it. Okay, so now put the transform and then go back and then nothing happens till here, and then both travel in the opposite direction. Yeah, that's it. So just through the camera. That's it. Okay, so this is the shot we want. Okay, so now we could render all these shots. So I will show once again for one shot how to do that. Just this. If there are any changes in lighting or something and all, I will update. I'll give an update. So let us go for shot 2, back sequence, and then this is one, and then go to this one. So this is the, when we click on movie render queue, this is the screen it comes, and then go to this one, and then I have a preset. Yes, use that one, PNG sequence. So we save it as a PNG sequence of images. Okay, so this is deferred rendering. This is anti-aliasing. Okay, so we will use spatial sample count as 1 and temporal sample count as 16. And then console variables, here there are some console variables I have added. This is the output. So now if we go here and then create a new folder, shot 2, back, render 1. Okay, so select that one, select this, and then make this 38402160 4K and using 30 frames per second, and that's it. Okay, so if you want more clarity or in the images, we could go for 64 or even 128, but I use 16. That's okay. The image quality is reasonably good, and then we will do some color correction in DaVinci Resolve. So now this is the one, and this is these are the settings, and then we could even change this one, shot 2, render 1. Okay, so yeah, I think we can go for render. Okay, so we will render all these shots, and then we will do the editing in DaVinci Resolve. So we will do the editing, and we will do a very basic color correction in the next chapter. This is chapter 9, editing. So before going to DaVinci Resolve, I would like to tell few changes I have done. So one is for shot 3, that is for rail shot. Okay, so this is the shot which we have a camera rail. So the change what I did is I have changed the position from 0.25 to 0.75. So that means this is the complete rail, but this camera won't go from this end to this end, it will go only from the middle, from here to here. So because we have changed it to 0.25 to 0.75. Okay, previously it was 0 to 1, so that's why it used to go from this end to this end, but we want the camera to move only from the middle of this end to this end, middle, not don't go to the far end, like this. That's it. So this is the change I did. And then there is one more small correction. It was there for shot 2. If we go to the camera and details, the only thing is we have to enable look at tracking. Actually I have not done that. So whenever we do the actor to track, so it won't automatically enable it, we have to enable it manually. So that's the change. So only these two changes I have done, and I have completed my rendering. So if we see the file, so each file is almost so 11 GB, and this one is also like they're huge. Okay, for 1577 frames and 4K, and this is because I have done only from 1200 to 1577, and this also it's like that, 1200 to 1577. Now let us see how we edit this in DaVinci Resolve. So I'm going to create a new bin. Or we could just keep it virtual production. Okay, so now click on this. Now these are the sequence of images. So now drag all these sequence of images. 3, shot 4, shot 5, and this is shot 6. Okay, so now the point we have to check is these are 3840 into 2160, that is the resolution. Okay, we have to maintain the same resolution, 3840 2160 and 30 frames per second. So just create a timeline. We can just create and then okay, just check whether the resolution is the same, 3840 2160 30, and we could create this. Now just go here, and then we could even delete this. Okay? And then go to this one. Yeah, okay, so this is the audio. Please grab this and put here, and then close this, and we have two screens. Okay, here we have to click for two screens. So now this is the short one, this is short 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the point is we will do the in outs, okay, in outs, and we will put the clips in the down. Please remember that we cannot check in the timeline, okay, because the reason is the files are huge. So that means each sequence of images is about 10 GB. So that means this is 40 and this is 44, so it's almost 50-60 GB. DaVinci has to work and it will slow down the system a lot. So we will do the in outs, and then we will do a render, and then we will check in the end, okay. And also we will do a basic color correction, and then we will do the render, and then we will see the output. So this is the shots breakdown. So shot 1 we will go from 0 to 9 seconds, shot 2 is 9:21, and 3 is 21:34, like that, okay. And once again in the end, for 4 seconds we will show the shot 1. So now, remembering this time, let us do the in outs. Press I, and then see here this part, okay. Okay. Nine. Whoa. Drag this here. Now go for this one, shot 2, okay. Now go, this is 9, go to 9, to 21. We thought of 21. It is 21, okay. So and then drag this here, shot 3, and for this it is 21 to 34. I, okay. O, okay. So now shot 4, 34 to 41. I, and okay, O, and drag this, and then here it is, we have to see, get for only for 4 seconds, because this clip is not there from the beginning, okay. So you can see from here 4, yeah, so 4, we can start from, okay. So here exactly 9, okay. this is also about 4 seconds. Okay, start from 5. From here to 9. Okay, so that means we have to start from 6. Okay, 6 I, this is 4 seconds. Okay, so now this is till 49. Go, not this one, sorry, so this is short one. Go for 49. 4901 I, and then take till the end and O and drag it. Okay, so now this is the one, and so this should work. So now let us do the basic color correction. So we have to go to this tag, okay, this one, this tab actually. This is fusion tag. So let us go to the color correction. Here also I do a very basic color correction. Okay, so let us go create a serial node. We will created this one. Now let us do a white balance. For the time being, close these clips. Okay, do a white balance. White balance, and then click on it. So these values have changed. Okay, so here it says it's primary balance. Okay, so now then make this 1.3 contrast. You can do it 1.2 or 1.3, that's okay. And then shadows you do 50. It will brighten up a little, and then come here to this curves. Actually what we have to do is click on this one, unlink. Okay, so we want only red, because red is a little bit more, we want to reduce it a little bit. Okay, okay, this is the everything, and I have unlinked it and click on red. So now it's only red, and then click on this middle, and then do a little bit, don't do too much. Okay, that's it. So now if we do close this, so this is how before, after the color correction. So now what we do is once again go to the clips, and then this is the source. Okay, this has the color correction or color grade and all. Now we have to go to this clip, and then take the mouse to this clip, first clip, and then middle mouse button, click the middle mouse button. Okay, so this particular color correction, color grade, this node has been copied to this one, second node. This is how it's looking. So now do the same for all the clips. now we have copied the same color grade to all the clips. So now the next part is rendering. So let us do that. This is the Fairlight. This is related to audio, but it's not required for this project. Okay, so go for this one, and then wait, DaVinci. Okay, so and then final one. Okay, so this is the naming convention. So okay, so now let us before going, just check it. Format is QuickTime. That means MOV file will come. H264, that's okay. And then check the this one resolution. Resolution is exactly the same, and frame rate is 30. That's good. So add to render queue, and then do the render. Okay. So it will take some time. So we will come back once the rendering is completed. So we have completed the rendering of this one, the entire clip. So virtual production final one. So let us see this. Hello friends. Today we will learn the Unreal Engine 5.2 basics of virtual production. In this tutorial, we will create a basic auditorium, apply materials, fill it with furniture, then create the lighting, then we will place the green screen video and do the chroma keying. Then we will create a Niagara VFX fireball and place it into the scene. Then we will use the sequencer to create different shots in different angles. Then we will use the movie render queue to render those shots. Then finally we will use the DaVinci Resolve to create the video. Let us go. If we compare, this is the one without color correction. I have rendered this one also without any color correction. So just we'll see. Okay, so if we see these two, just stop it at 3 and take this also to 3. So now you see the difference of color correction. Okay, so this is the difference. And then we could take to the second shot, go to the second shot. Okay, so go somewhere into 20 and take this also to 20. So now this is the one, go to 30. Now this is the difference of color correction. 30, this is the shot, 38, 38. And then go to the 42, 42, and this is the difference. Okay. This is 47, 40. So now this is the difference. Okay.